I'm actually our grad course manager here in LA. Our office is just by the 405 and where the 10 meet. So I actually manage all of our grad courses in LA and actually Nevada for good reason. But I'm actually very familiar with the DAT. I used to work at UCLA School of Dentistry. I ordered all the materials for UCLA and 11 other dental schools. So I actually got to know firsthand a good amount about the actual what goes on in terms of school experience, things you need to get, that $20,000 dental kit you'll have to buy when you sign up. Not have known about that. You actually have your tuition costs. You have all your supplies that you have to buy, which at UCLA at least is about $20,000. And then on top of that, all your living expenses, things like that. So definitely something to be on the lookout for if you didn't know about it. On top of that, my roommate actually goes to UCLA Dental School, and he's the one who got me sucked into Princeton Review. He's actually a teacher for Princeton Review, teaches DAT, got a 22 on it himself, and then decided he should start teaching it. So he actually, if you decide to prep with us here in LA, would be your PAT instructor, since he actually can destroy that better than anyone I know. In addition to that, we actually created most of our DAT program here in Los Angeles. If you look at our material set, when you sign up for class, we actually give you 3 big books of problems and practice work. In addition to that, you get 4 full-length proctored exams. They are paper and pencil, that's for practice purposes. And then we actually buy you a copy of Top Score, which your former presenters let you know is actually a really good tool. So we do have a lot of practice options for you. And those materials, if you were to look in the front cover, our operations director here in LA was the initial editor. We have most of our instructors who, unfortunately, the original creators of the books are now all practicing dentists, so we don't have them around to teach for us, but they did write a lot of our materials and train our current instructors. So we actually have some awesome instructors out here in LA, specifically that you guys would have access to. Our class actually has the most hours of live instruction compared to any of our competitors. We feel that the best way to get familiar with the material is actually have a top-notch instructor and have the most amount of access to that. So you will have, there's actually a weird tweak. It says 57.5 hours online. It's 60 hours here in LA. Since we developed the program, we decided we wanted to do more hours because it doesn't do you guys justice to cut off one of those OChem lectures. But we, excuse me, sorry about that. We have a actually very rigorous schedule. As you saw, there's a lot you have to learn. And our classes take about 8 to 10 weeks, about the recommended, as you saw, that 8-week personal prep schedule up there. That's about how long our classes will take in a very structured format. You'll have lessons, homework, all the online practice tests, so you'll actually have a very drawn-out plan of attack for when you want to take on the DAT. As was recommended by Kaplan, you would want to generally prep before your first exam. You don't really want to have a bad score on file. We wouldn't recommend you take the test more than twice. And if you do take it twice, you want to show a strong improvement between your first and second test. So there's, you basically just want to hit the ground running on this test. Get above, they quoted 18 as the average, 17 is actually about the average score, just over 17. You really want to be over 20 to have a standout score on your application. Most students, or pretty much no students, score over a 23, so that's actually a really small score range on that 30-point scale that you want to get into. On top of that, we actually do, with our class with the most 5 hours, offer one-on-one tutoring as well. So if you feel that, wow, I need more help, or I'm doing well on the PAT and I just need a little extra push to get me over the top. Since the PAT's perceptual ability, it's kind of hard to read that out of a book and understand it. It's a lot easier to be shown. And that's where one-on-one tutoring might actually help out a lot. So that is definitely an option.
How much is the program?
So our program is posted as $13.99 online. We actually generally like to work with with groups like you guys. We have schedules available. We have classrooms actually right across the street in the University Village. But we like to work with campus groups such as yourselves and put together a class usually at a pretty steep discount. So we probably run about $7.99 or $8.99 depending on how many of you guys we could get together. And then develop a schedule that actually works for you. We know that while we have a lot of flexibility in our scheduling, if we put one online, it might not work for you. So we like to work with you guys as a group. So you guys can definitely contact us and let us know, hey, we want to meet, 10 p.m. to midnight on random weeknights. We'll make that work. And as far as contacting us goes, I actually do have a yellow packet with information on both the admissions process, our programs, and how to contact us. I'll be around afterwards to where you guys can collect those. And we'll also have cards you can fill out if you want some follow-up, and you can take the little syringe pen if you want.
Yes. You said that those teachers teaching you, I think that time in the classroom, are they teaching the theory or teaching how to take the test?
It's a little bit of both. It's a full, since we have so much actual class time, most of the focus will be on the content. As you heard, there's a lot of topics that can be tested. We want to make sure you're covered to get those questions that come out of left field. But it's also a standardized test. It's predictable. It's multiple choice. You can use process of elimination and basic test taking techniques. As well as you need to work on your pacing and make sure you do attack all the problems, get through it quickly and accurately so that you get that high score. So it will cover actually all of it for the whole test taking experience. We also include 4 proctored practice tests in addition to the top score tests that you'll get. And that's to kind of help you get the experience of being put in a timed, pressure on environment, going through the practice problems. And this way you can actually get a score on the test, or on a good idea of how you would do without having to actually pay the money for and have that official score on your transcript. We do, as well as Kaplan, we do have guarantees. We have the same one they have, the satisfaction guarantee. No matter how much your score goes up, if you're not happy with it, we want to keep working with you. We want to get you to that 22, 23, whatever you're looking for. And we also have the money back guarantee. That is, if your scores don't go up, then we'll actually refund your full tuition. It's a crappy guarantee. The whole time I've managed LA and Nevada, I've never once had to fill it out because it doesn't happen. Everyone's scores goes up when they come to us, or go up when they come to us. So it's there, it's a safety net, but it's a crappy guarantee because it never happens. So just to be straightforward with you guys. Typically what happens actually for us is that since we want to see your score improve, officially our guarantee is a free repeat class. We usually move into some one-on-one tutoring, which just ends up more beneficial to get you to that score. Plus, then trying to find another class that works with your schedule sometimes gets a little tough. So we want to work with you. We want you to succeed. We know the ultimate goal is for you to get into dental school. Are there any questions for me? Yes.
So you said you guys offer 60 hours of instruction?
Yes.
Is that, compared to your competitors, is that more than what they offer?
That's more than anyone else
Okay,
offers for
that's
their
what
class. The other big difference between us and our competitors is that we'll actually have instructors for biology, instructors for organic chemistry and general chemistry. Most of the other classes will put one instructor to teach you the whole test. We found out that having basically experts in each field was the way to go. That way, if you do throw them a curveball question, something out of left field, they know because our current bio teacher is a PhD in biology. So he knows biology. You're not going to catch him off guard. Our PAT instructor, as I mentioned, actually my roommate in dental school, he learned the test inside and out. He realized he's really good with logic games, and that actually works really well in your favor on the PAT. So he's mastered that completely. You could come up with any problem to him, and he'll be like, "Oh, here's how you answer that," even if it's something he's never seen before. So we found out the best way to really maximize your class time is to have the experts in each field teaching.
Just right time. But they're all going to be in the back, and so if you guys have any questions, just come to the back and you can